All right, let's go to Tel Aviv now. And joining us live is Shacham, the Deputy Director and Chief of Staff for Magen Adom. Thank you so much for joining us. Just looking on your platform X, reading multiple sites have been searched across Israel by your team and paramedics. So what can you tell us, Yuri, the latest situation, what you're dealing with?
Well, this early morning, the state of Israel has suffered two massive missile attacks from Iran. There is a lot of damage, both in the central of Israel, in the north of Israel. And currently, Magen Adom has transported one with moderate condition, 13 with minor conditions. We're still surveying the several scenes. It's a hard morning for the people of Israel. People had to rush to the shelters, being there for more than half an hour as missiles are coming on and on. But thank God, not many casualties as I reported.
And we were just getting messages from people who were in their bunkers with these latest missile attacks in Tel Aviv, Yuri. And they're unconfirmed reports, but people in the bunker were saying that they heard them quite close to them, around synagogues as well in Jerusalem. And they said, compared to some of the last ones over the last 14 or so days, this particular round for them seemed like a really bad round, they said.
Well, indeed, this was a huge barrage of missiles being shot. As I said, it wasn't only one attack, but it was like two waves. One came in, and immediately, like after 5 minutes or so, a second one came in. The Home Front Command, who is in charge of people going to shelters and staying over there, is keep emphasizing that Israelis should not go out of shelters because up until they get a strict instruction. Everything is safe, you can go out. And I think this is one of the examples why is it so important to follow those instructions. Even when you think that the missile attack is gone, then a second one is probable. Thing is, Jay, think about Magen Adom teams. The first attack has ended. People were going to rescue injured and take care of them, and then the second alarm came while Magen Adom teams were already at the field. They had to lay down, protect their heads. For sure, it's not as safe as being in the shelter, but that's our role to take care of the people of Israel.
And tell us about places where they don't have bunkers, because we've seen vision of places like car parks, for example, areas that are potentially quite safe with tents built up. And we're also hearing reports of hospitals underground that have been built over the last week or so. What can you tell us on that front?
So not all of the houses and public places in Israel do have shelters, because some of them are very old. There are instructions of what to do if you don't have a shelter. That is, go down and cover your head, or go to the stairs and be there. Nevertheless, when a ballistic missile is carrying 400 kilograms of explosive, it doesn't really help. So in recent days, Magen Adom has been transporting patients from hospitals that don't have shelters to hospitals that are underground. Several hospitals in Israel after 2006, the war with Lebanon, was built underground to provide shelter for people just for this kind of cases. And we were part of assisting those people to be in safe, even though they are hospitalized. Well, the current situation is really vague, because nobody knows what will happen. Nevertheless, people will have to follow any instructions that official bodies provide us in order to keep themselves safe.
All right, we're just seeing on screen, I don't know whether you can see it there, Yuri. Can you see that bottom of the screen there with some people walking on the streets?
Well, after an attack, things are calm and people can go out of shelters. We do get about 3 to 5 minutes alert of a missile has been launched, or missiles has been launched from Iran. Please stay next to a shelter. And then about 2 minutes before the missile hits, we actually get a siren. So people do have several minutes of getting next to a shelter. Right now, yeah, the attack is over. All the official entities are dealing with evacuating the patients, with making sure that everything is okay. But people will stay around the shelters for the next couple of hours, just in case something happens.
And Yuri, you are the Chief of Staff for Magen Adom. Tell us what that organisation does for people that are unsure.
Well, Magen Adom is Israel's national emergency medical and blood services. That means that we are in charge of providing ambulance services for anybody who in need, not only in acute emergencies like this one, but also on daily operations. We also collect and provide blood for the entire country. We operate more than 1,900 ambulances right now in order to be able to respond very fast to any incident that occurs. And we also increased the inventory of blood in case somebody needs it. I think that what most important to say about Magen Adom, that it is comprised of 37,000 volunteers from all of the Israeli societies. That means that in each community, in each place, we have our people, and they all work together for the sake of the people of Israel. So Magen Adom is Israel, and unfortunately, in the last few days, we've been extremely busy.
And Yuri, you and I have been talking since the conflict began in October 7, and you've spoken to us about the hostages with the situation between Gaza and Israel. I know we're talking about this in particular, but can you give us any information on that situation in regards to the hostages?
Well, 2 nights ago, the IDF has recovered one of the hostages' body. It was a foreign civilian, if I'm not mistaken, from Thailand that was taken alive and was murdered by by the people that took him. Currently, there are 52 hostages still held in Gaza. Thing is that I think that the overall feeling in Israel is that this current war with Iran has put aside the issue of hostages, and we have to remind ourselves that there are still 52 people who are in Gaza who don't have shelters, who are kept more than 620 days in there, and we have to do everything that we can in order to make sure that they are returned to their families as fast as possible.
And Yuri, again, what the work that you're doing, and again, hearing those sirens, getting back to what's happened today with the louder and more damaging explosions, seeing on your X feed there some of the destruction from the buildings. What can you tell us in terms of the alerts that people get? We believe that they come on their phones. You've mentioned a little bit as well about the warnings, and then sometimes the attacks will come straight after one prior. What else can you tell us in regards to the warnings that you are receiving?
So, can you hear me, Jay?
I think we may have lost you there live in Tel Aviv, but we will certainly keep you updated on the situation there and, of course, across the rest of the Middle East.